Welcome back to GS Maths. Continuing the same chapter of maxima and minima, today we will discuss the maximum and the minimum values of a function in a closed interval. Now, we did in the first two lectures, that is first derivative test, then the second derivative test. Now the third topic is maximum and minimum values of function in a closed intervals. For example, find the maximum. Now I will write the steps first. The steps are, say y equals to fx is a function given to us. First step is find f dash x. First step, this is the first step. Second step is f dash x equals to 0. Put f dash x equals to 0. Now we will get the values of x equals to say c1, c2, c3 up to cn. We get these values of the x, that is say c1, c2, c3 up to cn. Now what we will do, we have a closed interval given as a comma b, right? What we will find f of a, then f of c1, f of c2 and so on till f of cn and at last f of b. All these values of c1, c2, c3, cn must lie in between the interval a and b, right? So we will find the value. The third step is this. We will find the value of the function at a, f of a, then f of c1, f of c2 and so on. Last value will be f of b. This is value of the function at x equals to b. Now what we will do, the greatest value or the largest value will give you the absolute maximum value of the function, and the smallest value of the function, smallest value will give you the absolute minimum. These are the steps. Number one is find f dash x. Put f dash x equals to 0. We will get values of x, c1, c2 up to cn. Now we will find the value of the function at a, then at c1, at c2 up to cn and at x equals to b. Out of these values, the largest value we have, if we have the largest value, that is the greatest value, at that point the function has an absolute maxima, and at the smallest value of the function has an absolute minima. Now I will explain this. It will be more clear to you if I give you an example. Okay, we will do an example of it. Now the interval is given, closed interval is given to you. Just step is only find the derivative and proceed. Now number one, say question is find the maximum and minimum values of the function. The function is fx equals to 2x cube, then minus 24x plus 107. Interval is 1, 3. Now what we can do is, the first step, find the derivative. What we get, 6x square minus 24, right? Now put f dash x equals to 0. F dash x equals to 0. What happens? I get 6x square minus 24 equals to 0, or x square equals to 4, or x equals to plus minus of 2. I get these values. X equals to plus and minus 2. Now minus 2, x equals to minus 2 does not belong to my interval 1, 3. Doesn't belong to the interval 1, 3. So x equals to 2 belongs to 1, 3. So what I will do now, I will find the value of the function at f of 1, then f of 2, at last f of 3. Now f of 1, I will put the value over here, that is 2 minus 24 minus 22 plus 107. The answer is 5 and 8. 85 is the answer. Now when I put the value of x equals to 2 over here, 8 2s are 16 minus 48 plus 107. That is 16 minus 48. It is 32 minus 32 plus 107. Answer is 5 and negative 70 plus 75, sorry, 75. Now f of 3, 27 into 2, 54 minus 72 plus 107. I get 54 plus 7, 107. That is 161 minus of 72. I get 9 and 16, 15, 8. That is 89. Now amongst these values, look, 85, 75, 89. I have 89 as the highest value. That is the largest value is 89 at x equals to 3. So I will write at x equals to 3. At x equals to 3, my function has absolute maxima. Absolute maxima. And the minimum value is 75 when x equals to 2. So I will write at x equals to 2, function has absolute minima. Function has absolute minima. Right? Now what were the steps we wrote? The steps are same as I have done over here. That is, find the derivative. I get this value. Put the derivative equal to 0. I get this value. X equals to plus minus 2. Now 2 lies in between 1 and 3. But minus 2 does not belong to 1 and 3. Now what I will do, I take the value as 2. Then I will examine the function, find the value of the function at x equals to 1. Then x equals to 2. Then x equals to 3. I get these values of the function. 89 being the highest value at x equals to 3. I will say my function has absolute maxima at x equals to 3. Then at x equals to 2, the value of the function is 75. So I will write down that at x equals to 2, my function has absolute minimum value. Right? Hope you have understood it. I will do another sum for you, so that the concept becomes very clear. It's a very easy topic. It's an easy part of the chapter. Only thing is, you should know the derivative, how to derivate a function, put equal to 0 and then find the values. Now, another sum is find the maximum and minimum values like this. The question is find the absolute maximum, find the maximum and minimum values of fx equals to sin x plus half times cos 2x. The interval given is 0, pi by 2. Now, again, what we have to do is just derivate the function. Find the derivative of this function. The very first step, जो पहला step लिखा था, according to it, I have to find the derivative. Okay, sin x का derivative cos x, half as it is, cos 2x का derivative minus sin 2x into 2. Now this 2 with 2 cancels. I get cos x minus sin 2x. Right? This is my f dash x. Now f dash x equals to 0. That is cos x minus sin 2x equals to 0. Now I have to solve this question for the value of x. Solve this equation. Now it's very simple. Cos x equals to sin 2x. I can write this sin 2x as cos of 90 minus 2x, like this. Now this cos and cos goes, I get x equals to pi by 2 minus 2x. That is 3x equals to pi by 2 or x equals to pi by 6, that is 30 degrees. इसका मतलब जो x equals to pi by 6 है, this value lies within 0 and pi by 2. तो मैं लिखूंगा pi by 6 belongs to 0, pi by 2, right? अगर pi by 6 belongs to 0 and pi by 2, so what I am going to do next is I will just find the value of the function at these 3 points, that is f of 0. F of 0, sin 0 is 0, cos of 0 is 1, so I get half into 1, that is half. Then f of pi by 6, f of pi by 6, f of pi by 6, that is 30 degrees. Sine of 30 degrees is half, plus this becomes, if I put pi by 6 over here, तो यहाँ पे बचेगा pi by 3, that is cos of 60 degree. Cos 60 is again half. Half into half is 1 by 4. So my answer will be 2 plus 1, that is 3 by 4. Right? Next is my value pi by 2. So sine of pi by 2 is 1, f of pi by 2. I get sine of 90 degrees 1, cos pi by 2, that is 2 with 2 goes, cos of pi is minus 1, so I get 1 minus half. 1 minus half, that is half. So amongst these 3 values, half is the largest value, that is the function will have absolute maxima at these 2 points. 3 by 7, that is 0.75. I'm sorry, it's 3 by 4 is the maximum value and half is the minimum value at x equals to 0 and x equals to pi by 2. I have the maximum value, that is 0.75. It's 3 by 4, it's 0.75. That is, this is absolute maxima and this is absolute minima at x equals to 2 as well as x equals to pi by 2. This was the function fx. We have to find the minimum and maximum values. So I get f dash x, I solved it, I get the value as x equals to pi by 6. Now this pi by 6 lies in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Now what we will do, we will just put the values 0 in the function, pi by 2 in the function and pi by 6 in the values. We get these values and then we will say ki half being the absolute minimum value at x equals to 0 and pi by 2 and pi by 6 gives us the absolute maximum value of the function. Now this is another example to find out how absolute maximum and minimum values of the function. Now again one question I will do, this is the last question based on this topic, that is sin x, or rather we will do this, half, find the maximum and minimum values of the function. The function will be, I am just going to write down, let me rub this off. Now question is fx equals to sin x into 1 plus cos x. Sin x into 1 plus cos x. And the interval given is 0 to pi. 0 to pi. Is it okay? Now, again the same. What we will do? Pehle derivative. I can apply u into v. U into v lagao. First function. Derivative of second function plus second function as it is and derivative of first function. This becomes minus sin x, sin square x plus cos x plus cos square x. I have opened the brackets. Cos square x minus sin square x plus cos x. This becomes cos of 2x plus cos x. This is my first derivative. Now what I have to do is I have to put f dash x equals to 0. Write f dash x equals to 0. That means this is equal to cos 2x plus cos x. I have to solve this equation. So write cos 2x as 2 cos squared x minus 1 equals to 0. This becomes my quadratic equation. I can split out the middle term. That is, I will get 2 cos square x plus 2 cos x minus 1 is 0. So I get the factors as 2 cos x is common. I get cos x, right, minus 1. That is 2. I combine this cos x. I will take cos x common from here, from this and this. I get 2 cos x minus 1. 2 cos x minus 1. From these, 1 is common. I get 2 cos x minus 1. This is 0. That is 2 cos x minus 1 is 0, or cos x plus 1 is 0. This gives you cos x is minus 1. That is cos of pi. So x equals to pi. X equals to pi. And cos x equals to half. That is x equals to pi by 3. Right? Now I have the values. Pi by 3 belongs to 0 comma pi. So I will examine the value of the function fx. I will find the value of the function fx equals to this at 0, at pi by 3, at pi. Now what I get? F of 0. Sine 0 is 0. Answer is 0. Now f of pi by 3. Pi by 3 means sine of pi by 3, sine 60, root 3 by 2, 1 plus cos 60. Cos 60 is half. I get 3 by 2. That is 3 under root 3 upon 4. Next is f of pi. So sine pi is 0. F of pi. Sine 180 is 0. 1 plus this becomes 0. So the maximum value is at pi by 3. 3 under root 3 by 4. And the minimum value is 0 at x equals to 0 and x equals to pi. This is the way how we find the maximum, absolute maximum and absolute minimum values of a function in a closed interval. Hope you have understood this topic. Do practice as many sums as you can, because it will give you a confidence to solve these kind of sums. Thank you. Have a nice day.